Can people ever expect to see your faces?
No.
And the Grammy goes to...
At the height of their success, they pulled the plug. But why?
The way we got into music is pretty much a very common way, like many teenagers. We were 17 and we just wanted to have a rock band like anybody. That's how Darlin came about. The band itself didn't last long. It got bad reviews. And at the same time, we were already discovering electronic music and house music. We felt there was a really great energy in the clubs. People were dancing and appreciating the music. We were not expecting any of what we were going to do.
I started to work with them on a summer '96, and in September we took for the first time of our life the Eurostar, and we were invited to Virgin Records, and we signed a contract. The album came out January 1997. It was Homework. After that, I hope you all know or heard about Daft Punk.
As the new millennium dawns, Thomas and Guy-Man start plotting their new identity.
We had a little accident with the machines.
Legend has it that on the 9th of September 1999, Daft Punk studio equipment malfunctions, exactly at 9:09 a.m. An explosion knocks the duo unconscious. When they come to, they've transformed into robots.
When I read a book, I don't care to see the face of the person that wrote it.
They wanted to be cool, take the subway in Paris, go to the bakery.
Those two guys, they do very little outside of music and their art. They don't really engage with the outside world willingly, you know what I mean? They keep it very close in. They understand the importance of the curtain.
The whole point was just the ability to have a choice, to wanting to be famous or not. I think we live today in a society where it's all about having your face on TV.
I think we've tend to, and I think succeeded in keeping our anonymity personally, and this is something that we really cherish.
The Daft Punk robots are born, and pop culture will never be the same.
The first single of the album is sort of like Daft Punk saying, "Hello, we're back."
Exactly, yes. We thought it was a fun thing after a break of 3 years to come back with a track that would be called Daft Punk One More Time. You probably know that our video clip is a collaborative work with the legendary Leiji Matsumoto, and we're so happy to be able to join our creativity with a hero from our childhood.
Interstella 5555, the story of the secret star system, is a sci-fi anime film told entirely through the music of Daft Punk's Discovery album. It follows a talented alien band abducted by a ruthless music producer who turns them into humans, wipes their memories, and forces them to perform as the Crescendos, a soulless, manufactured pop act stripped of their true identity.
People would see it maybe with music with a very clever marketing around or something like that, but it was not that at all, and we really focused on expressing ourselves.
Discovery had turned Daft Punk into bona fide superstars. The music mixed with the myth made that near inevitable. Their 2005 follow-up, Human After All, could not have been more different. Discovery is polished disco pop perfection. Human After All is dark, raw, minimalist, mid? Critics called it tired and repetitive, but maybe that was the point. French theorist Paul Virilio coined the phrase dromology, the idea that human civilization is tied to the acceleration of movement, of people, of information, of media. The faster something moves, the more power it holds. Whoever controls speed controls the world.
I define our strategy as if we can learn faster than every other company, we're gonna win.
Every invention from trains to the internet makes life faster and therefore changes how we experience space, time, and even ourselves. Speed changes perception. When everything moves at the speed of light, reality becomes compressed. The moment replaces duration. Culture becomes obsessed with immediacy, instant communication, instant entertainment, instant gratification. Now, it's hard to say for sure, as all we've got from the robots is that the album speaks for itself, but to me, Human After All feels like a reflection of Virilio's ideas. Made in just 6 weeks, obsessed with repetition, acceleration, and the collapse of emotion under technological pressure. If Discovery celebrated the dream of becoming robots, Human After All showed the nightmare that followed. The human beneath the circuitry, desperate to feel again.
I think one question I think a lot of the fans have is, when are you going to come and tour?
We don't know yet right now because we are robots now. We want to do something fresh and interesting and just take the time to set it up.
Coachella, 2006, Daft Punk plays. And people's minds get blown.
And the first thing that you hear is the Close Encounters melody. And then the curtain slowly parts to reveal this pyramid.
The last 8 years were filled with different experiences, from going on tour for almost a year and a half or 2 years in 2006 and 2007, then working on Tron in 2009, part of 2010. But mostly we were interested in taking the time to reinvent ourselves and see where we could go next.
They said something to me that blew me away. They said that they wanted to do an album as if the internet never existed.
It's time to have something new in the dance world.
I never knew how live instrumentation was recorded before. I didn't know that you set up different microphones in front of guitar amplifiers to get different sounds, and how many tracks just for the drums. The magic was that it's live instrumentation in a lost art form. And just being at the studio and just the vibes there, you just feel a presence. So I spent most of my time over the last 15 years in a room. I'm here for 3 weeks. It's like, I don't want to go home. Like, you know, you're already thinking like, this is so amazing. You want it to last.
To see the looks on their faces as they listened back to some of the recordings they had done when I was in the studio, to see that joy on their face.
Thomas was sort of at the controls, but he would constantly be looking back. Like he would do something, but he would always kind of check in with Guimon, and Guimon would say like, 2 more bars of that, or not like that.
I had 3 microphones, and I said, are they afraid that one microphone would not work? So I asked the technician, why are you using 3 microphones? He said, okay, you see, the one on the left is an old sound of the 60s, one of the 70s, and this is today. Who would hear the difference? And he said, nobody. So I said, so why is Thomas doing it? Oh, he said, he would hear the difference.
This is a chance to do what every great artist wants to do, is to offer their audience a chance to be elevated to a new intensity of emotion.
When I worked with the guys, it wasn't like I was just Nile Rodgers doing a session. It was being inspired by people and artists that make you go to another level. They make you up your game, even if your game is pretty good.
It's crazy because, you know, on 2 sides of the Atlantic, we were both like in the same place. Like, let's go back to that magical time where music and the liveliness of music is what moved people.
This is what happens, right? This is what happens to life. It evolves. It changes. You can't help it. And that's what has happened with the robots. They've come to a place that's beyond where they started, and they've evolved.
When the music becomes focused on the effects that are being used or the presets of sounds, it's just computer. There's no soul there. It's kind of ironic. Two androids are bringing soul back to music.
And the Grammy goes to...
And the Grammy goes to... Random Access Memories,
On the behalf of the robots, of course, they want to thank their families. Honestly, I bet Prince is really proud of these guys right now.
This is the most insane thing ever.
Back when I was drinking and using, I used to imagine things that weren't there that were frightening. And then I got sober, and 2 robots called me and asked me to make an album. This is a legend. This is a labor of love. We are all so grateful. God bless you. Thank you to the Academy.
Ultimately, Daft Punk's end came down to closing the chapter on a story they saw as perfect.
For me, it just makes so much sense. When you see what they did, they start sampling their favorite artists and ending working with them, just closing this loop. There's nothing you can add to this. This is it. For me, it's just perfection.
The duo have hardly spoken about the split, but of course, Thomas is the one to break the silence. In an interview with the BBC, he said, "We tried to use these machines to express something extremely moving that a machine cannot feel, but a human can. We were always on the side of humanity and not on the side of technology. My concerns about the rise of artificial intelligence go beyond its use in music creation. I love technology as a tool, but I'm somehow terrified of the nature of the relationship between the machines and ourselves. As much as I love this character, the last thing I would want to be in the world we live in 2023, is a robot." So, who were Daft Punk? Two kids from Paris who loved music. They became robots to protect their humanity and preserve their art. And whilst the robots were on a path to become more human, society was being pulled deeper into a digital tide, unable to resist. Daft Punk may have powered down, but their music remains alive, immortal, digital, and profoundly human. I've been Scott from Stage Dive. Thank you for watching.